But before I start peppering you with them, I want to give Chris the chance to talk about his ideas and what trade he's looking at right now. So go ahead, Chris.
Absolutely. Thanks so much, Kathy. So I'll start out by talking about the dollar, because as Philip rightly said, the dollar was rallying quite strongly yesterday. We did start to see a bit of a pullback, and I don't know if you can see my screen or not. But if you're looking at my screen, you can see that we did start to see a bit of a pullback. We did have a bit of a dark cloud cover that formed on this 2-hour time frame on the dollar index. Well, it was a dark cloud cover, but as you can see, as of this current candle here, we're completely invalidating that. Okay, and instead, what we're getting is actually a bullish formation. It's a morning star, right? And so that makes me think, right? Okay, dollar strength, and so I'm going to go to all my dollar secondary pairs and think short, right? And so starting with pound dollar, I've actually already gotten in on this trade. My entry here was 1.3864, so just about here, with a stop loss at 139.24, and I've got my take profit at 137.77. Now, in the case of pound dollar, you can see, we've got a nice strong downtrend. There's our weekly and daily pivot point, which has been acting as resistance for as long as the market has stayed below it at 1.4. And so we also have a counter trend line break in here, which, you can see how the market broke and then tested. The test failed, resistance held. And so I see this as a pretty nice sell-off. And because I believe this to be dollar driven, even though, as you say, Kathy, it's Juneteenth in the US now, I still believe this to be dollar driven. And so what that's going to mean is that's going to translate into weakness across the board on the dollar secondary pairs. So as I look at euro dollar, okay, you can see the sell-off starting to occur on euro dollar. If I go over to Aussie dollar, I can almost kind of sort of blindly tell you, right, as we go through the rest of these pairs here in the majors, which way they're going to go based on that analysis on the dollar. And so Aussie dollar, I'm looking at potentially shorting, although I have to see if there's still opportunity to get in there. Kiwi dollar, it looks like there is still some room. In fact, Kiwi dollar actually looks pretty nice. I may look to take that next. And then for my dollar primary pairs, I'm looking to buy. I'm looking to go long, right? Trading dollar strength. And so dollar yen has started to give me a little bit of a setup here. I think we may get a bit of a pullback, so I think I can possibly get a better price. So I'm going to wait. And then dollar CAD. Dollar CAD is hot to trot, man. Look at that. It's already on its way. So I've got to look to see if I can get into dollar CAD. The only other thing I'm looking at the moment is gold. I'm in agreement with Philip. I've actually been short on gold for a little while now. I'm up several hundred pips. And so what we had here was a nice big pullback, which was to be expected based on yesterday's big sell-off. Nice big pullback, but you can see, with this pullback, the market never really made it, or it did make it to the 50% mark of the previous candle, but you can see how resistance is pretty strong there and pushing this down. We're getting that rejection. So I'm in total agreement on gold. And in terms of silver, I'm actually bearish on silver as well.